Hello friends, welcome to Hudson County TV. I'm Fernando Uribe. Today I had a chance to speak with North Bergen Mayor Nicholas Sacco about a topic that affects Hudson County residents everywhere, and that's education funding. He provided some clarity about the bureaucracy involved with education funding in not just his township of North Bergen, but throughout Hudson County.
Mr. Mayor, appreciate a few minutes. Just for some of my viewers that aren't aware or really familiar with the bureaucracy of the school system or what goes into school funding, many viewers have contacted me asking why North Bergen, unlike other towns in North Hudson, haven't been able to have new schools built. Can you just give me any clarity about why that exists and what goes into that process?
Yes, there was a funding formula that benefited the Abbott districts, which are approximately 30 districts throughout the state. Union City and West New York and Jersey City are Abbott districts, Harrison's an Abbott district. The rest of the county and in the state do not get the same benefits that they do. They get full funding for new construction. The taxpayers of those cities do not have to raise any money when they build a building. In North Bergen, since we're not an Abbott district, we would have to go to the taxpayers and ask them to flow bonds to raise millions of dollars, in some cases hundreds of millions of dollars, to build. We did try to build a high school. We weren't able to receive the funding. We did have a wing plan for the high school, and then under Governor Chris Christie, he dried up our surplus. We were unable to go forward. So that's what the problem is. There is another aspect to it where we are probably $45 million below adequacy. Our school system, since money is supposed to follow the needy students, is eligible for more money. The current governor refuses to let that money come to cities like ours, so we're definitely hurting in this financial situation.
Now, Mr. Mayor, just for our viewers who aren't familiar, what constitutes an Abbott district, and what doesn't make North Bergen one compared to the neighboring towns here in Hudson County?
It's totally artificial. Many years ago, certain districts went to court, and they became what were known as the Abbott districts. They, it was just a matter of being put in because they were in court. North Bergen at that time, and also other cities like Bayonne, were not with that group that went into court to sue. We weren't eligible then, when it was over, to become part of the situation. Since then, conditions have changed. Since then, the Abbott districts and non-Abbotts are very similar. Tell me the difference between North Bergen and Union City and West New York in the real sense of the children who are attending. We should be receiving $80 million a year. We're receiving $50. We should receive full funding for new construction. We do not. We get somewhere around 50%. So the taxpayers get hit very hard here if we try to build a new school.
Is that sort of a bureaucratic problem that you come across in Trenton as a state senator, or is it something that deals directly with the Department of Education?
A number of years ago, I was able to get more money pumped into the areas like our own. We had an $8 million bump a number of years ago, all the towns around it, but it lasted only 1 year. It became our new base. The problem is the Abbotts are still funded. The courts insist they're funded. The courts are not insisting that the rest of us are funded properly. So the problem really lies with the courts. They could have demanded that we receive the full adequacy. They did not. They left us out to dry.
Okay, well, Mr. Mayor, I appreciate the clarity, and I'm sure many viewers obviously will be very interested in knowing that this information is out there now, because it's mostly not readily available. So I appreciate a few minutes of your time and just providing this clarification for the show.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Overall, Mayor Sacco provided clarity as to an issue that is always on the minds of Hudson County taxpayers regarding the funding of education and, more importantly, the schools that educate their children. Thank you so much for watching. For more programming, please go to HudsonCountyTV.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, stay classy, everyone.